Hey there, beautiful. If you're in a season where everything feels slowed down, delayed, or stalled, especially with family court or high conflict co parenting, this video is for you. I've been there and I've been here. I'm in a waiting season, and this is why I wanted to talk about this with you. The waiting can feel heavy. It brings up the relentless need and urge to fix everything and want to move quickly, when that is really not what the waiting season is about. That's actually counterproductive. It makes you feel restless and it makes you want to push forward. But sometimes the most powerful thing that you can do is actually learn how to be still, how to stay, and how to just reflect and go inside. How do you know you're in a waiting season? That is a great question, and I'm going to give you some answers. From what I noticed, and usually how it goes, doors stay closed. You're not getting the usual VIP treatment that you may be used to. That typical certain things that just kind of happen out the blue. It's not happening. You're not getting that special treatment anymore. Timelines stretch. Things that would normally take you, a few days, a few weeks, a few months, stretching out into years, 1 or 2. You keep hitting the same wall no matter how hard you try. I'm actually experiencing this right now. At first I thought I was crazy, and sometimes I still do think that I'm crazy, but it is confirmation that I am in a waiting season. I won't go into detail, but let me just say, if you feel like perhaps it's Groundhog Day, and no matter what you do, you cannot move past a certain goal, and you try. And one of the things too is, in a waiting season, you're not supposed to put forth too much effort, because it's going to get wasted. But no matter how much you effort, you can't move past this goal line. The old strategies stopped working. You probably had a really good way of getting things done that usually worked for you. Maybe it was the way you spoke to someone, or the way you handled a process, or just something just always worked out for you. In a waiting season, you can forget it. It's not going to work for you. So just be patient, because something magical is unfolding in this waiting season for you. I promise you. So why must we wait? Because something deeper is being prepared. Something that you can't even imagine. Protection is happening. Something is telling you, not something, the divine, the universe, telling you to slow down. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Your nervous system, you were probably in fight or flight, gripping the wheel like I was, and you're being forced to sit down and recalibrate your nervous system. Stop rushing. Stop trying to do everything so quickly. You also are getting a new identity upgrade. It's integrating, so you need to adjust to that. Rushing, it creates more of a mess. That's why you need to wait. And the wait is not punishment. It's part of the unfolding of the process. It took me a while to understand this portion of the journey. I've mentioned in a few other videos that I am experiencing an awakening, and it's been going on for about a year. It's probably been longer than that, but I'm just gonna go back a year, because that's actually what I can definitely say. Yep, it's been at least a year. But there's a lot that takes place during that time, and it took me 6 months of that year to figure out what was going on. And the waiting season is long. It's not something that you can just be like, all right, I think I'm done with this portion of the awakening experience, and then you want to move on with your life. No, it's going to be done in divine timing. And if you know anything about divine timing, that means you need to just wait and enjoy the process and enjoy the mystery and the experience. So what's actually happening during the wait? Healing is completing. You've probably experienced trauma. You are probably currently experiencing trauma, and not just present day trauma, also trauma from your past, trauma from your childhood. We can even get into trauma from past lives, but let's just keep it basic for the sake of the time and the conversation that we're having now with high conflict co-parenting and family core. That in itself is traumatizing. You thought this family that you created was going to probably be for the rest of your life, and you probably had your mindset that this is what you'd be doing. And when that plan changed, that probably was traumatizing for you. I know for me, the entire process has been traumatizing, and I have to make sure that I'm regulated and I'm steady for my children. So there's no room for me to be traumatized when I'm trying to raise these kids. I have to take care of me and go inside and do what the waiting season was made for, so I can still run my household and make sure that the kids are okay. So your intuition gets louder in the waiting season. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, which is sit down, be quiet. It took me a minute to figure this out. But if you are being patient with the process, your intuition is going to get louder. Your relationship with the divine, your divine companion, is deepening. And this is a real thing. And the best advice that I could give you is to get quiet and go within. And we live very loud lives. You know, we have family, friends, we have responsibilities, work, children, all of the things. And our attention can get distracted. But you want to deepen that relationship with your divine companion. The divine is with you 24/7, 365 every single day. There is no excuse why you can't deepen that relationship with the divine, because it's always there. So you have to make time, and that looks like worship and devotion, prayer, meditation, nature, being present, reading, self-improvement, exercise, yoga, enjoying what you do at home, cooking a meal from scratch, tasting every bite. It sounds very simple, because it is. Being present, slowing down, that is how you deepen your relationship with your divine companion. In the waiting season, what's happening is you're being rewired from survival mode to sovereign presence. And in the survival mode, who has time to taste the meal? Like, you'd be lucky if you get a home cooked meal. You're probably getting fast food or something that you probably grabbed from Costco, like one of those chickens for $5, and then you shred it up and put it in some chicken Alfredo. I don't know. I'm just saying, you're probably not taking your time and enjoying creating a meal and tasting the food. And if you are, congratulations. That's a rare thing, but a rare thing, not cooking your food at home is not rare, but just to actually take the time to be present for the process. That kind of is what the waiting season is about, just savoring and being present, because God, the divine, is telling us to slow down, sit down. Things are being rewired in the background while you take a break, and enjoy the break, because you're probably not going to get another one. That probably is it. So enjoy it. How do you stay grounded when the wait feels long? And we just kind of went over this part. But you turn inward. You nourish your soul with reading, anything that you feel like you've always wanted to get into, or you probably have gotten into it, but then you put it down. Just read whatever your soul is hungry for. That could be the Bible. That could, because I'm currently going back over the Bible. There are things that I've been not even being able to fully understand about the Bible. So, I'm definitely going back through that. I have a lot on my reading list. I have a lot of things that I'm doing, a lot of things that I'm doing currently for my present day self. And really, I'm not thinking about the past, but my present day stuff, we have a little checklist of things that we're getting into. So there's a lot of reading and devotionals taking place, quiet time with the companion, just sitting in the quiet, speaking to the divine as if they are an old friend, which they are. And you just kind of let things off your chest. What happened when you were 10 years old and you never got a chance to get off your chest? What's going on with you currently? How is this process, taking you, triggering you? What is it doing? What are you learning? Getting in a conversation with your companion, your divine companion wants to know. It already knows everything. It knows you more than you know yourself. But it's your job to get it out. That's how you heal. You have to release. You have to clear and get the trauma out. Gentle yoga, that's something that I've picked up, and I've noticed that I've recently noticed this. I get very close with my divine companion when I do yoga, specifically yin yoga, because it's deep stretching for 5 to 6 minutes at a time. And I can't give you the science behind why I get closer to the companion in that, but I think it's just a deep relaxation that takes place. And you're just kind of, they say trauma gets stored in the fascia. So I think that what's happening is I'm releasing. I've already been doing a lot of deep shadow work and deep trauma work. So there's still stuff in there. I don't think we realize how much trauma gets stored in there. And it's not a requirement for you to get rid of it, but trust me, your nervous system and you will thank yourself for doing that type of work. Another thing you could do is cleaning as meditation. I find myself, putting on my, all right, I got a clean helmet. And I still kind of get into that. But what the divine is telling me to do is slow down. It's been saying it for a while. Slow down and enjoy the cleaning process. And there was a time that I did used to enjoy the cleaning process. And now that I'm actually enjoying the waiting season more, I find myself being like, I don't think I want to do the cleaning. But the reality is that, you have to enjoy all of the pieces to the puzzle of the waiting season. So you can do some art. Have you ever just wanted to, paint some stuff or create bracelets or do stuff with the kids? Create cool art with the kids. I bought my kids some clay that never dries, and so he can constantly rework it. And I sat down with him the other day and we kind of was working with a little bit of clay, just little fun stuff, taking walks, playing, and just enjoying life in general. Small daily anchors that also help is things like heart drop-ins. I've been doing those lately, and that gets you closer with the divine. But basically what you do is that you sit and then you take a few breaths. For me, that's what works, is I put my hand on my heart and my belly and I take some breaths, and then I literally think about dropping into my heart, and I kind of hold it and I breathe. And also I do pink prana clearing, which is basically you think of the color pink and you can clear your chakras with it. So just kind of think of like maybe like a puff of pink, like a cotton candy ball, and you just kind of, clear your energy that way. it keeps you steady instead of spinning. So like, say for instance, you're chilled, you're all blissed out, and your life is looking peaceful, and then something comes along and triggers you. If you do the heart drop in, your breath work, and your pink prana, it will get you back to your center and back in alignment with the divine. And the divine will communicate with you. Some people hear it louder than others. I still struggle with hearing the divine as much as I would like to, but if you get quiet enough and stop trying to be in control, it gets louder. So I am working on that myself. So how will you know when your waiting season is ending? That's a great question. But I do have answers. It probably won't be loud or dramatic. It's not going to be like, boom, waiting season's over. Let's get out here. Let's go do what we need to do. No, it'll be more like a quiet inner, all right, yep, it's time. You'll feel movement. You'll feel like, okay, it's time for me to get back to the real world, because it is kind of isolation. And I'm sure a lot of people don't have time in their life to isolate. There's different ways that the divine will set your life up to where you don't have a choice. You will isolate whether you like it or not. But when your season is over, you'll realize like, oh, okay, and now I'm starting to move back into life again, and you'll notice the difference. Opportunities will start flowing with more ease. So remember earlier we were talking about how everything just kind of stops. This Groundhog Day, you don't get any traction or movement. Your old skills don't work anymore. The charm that used to make things shake before ain't happening no more. Well, that comes back, but from in a different flavor, because now you have a whole new identity, and life starts moving from that new identity and new opportunities, better than the ones they used to have in the past. The ones that you used to get in the past will not be as cool as the new opportunities that you get in the future. The resistance softens. So, all of the things that you were like, oh, the timelines and all of that, and you having to repeat doing things over and over again, that slows, that actually ceases to happen. So that's how you kind of know. It's like, oh, okay, now we're moving again. Now we're getting some movement, and you'll just know when to step forward. I can't promise you that I'm there, but I'm getting closer. Until then, your only real job is to stay open, regulated, and in relationship with your companion. You are not forgotten. God knows what's happening. Divine timing is a real thing, and I suggest you embrace it. You are being held in the mystery, and that is the fun part. It will drive you crazy at first, but I promise you, buckle up, get some popcorn, and just enjoy the experience and enjoy just being told to sit down and stop worrying, stop thinking. I read something in a book that I'm currently reading called In Jesus' Presence, and basically it talks about how God despises when we worry, and that kind of scared me. I was like, whoa, I never looked at it from that perspective, but we're supposed to be giving our worries and concerns over to God, and so we can take a minute and take a break. And those waiting seasons, that's kind of what it does. It like sits you down. The divine sits you down and say, hey, I got it from here. You take a break, you recalibrate, you heal. And when I let you out of this season, then you'll be good to go and finish living your life. So I hope this helped. The surrender experiment continues for me, even in the waiting. So drop a comment and tell me what helps you stay grounded in your season of waiting. I would love to hear it. Also, please definitely like the video if you liked it, and so other people can see it from the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate that. This little community is growing, and I would love to see you here more. And share the video. If you know someone that's navigating high conflict co-parenting and family court, please let them know that we're here. This is all about, alignment, becoming whole and spiritually grounded while we navigate this family court, high conflict, chaotic situation. And we're doing it from a steady, grounded, regulated place. and not a place where, there's drama and fighting and all that. We are becoming whole on this channel. So thanks again for your presence today, and I'll see you in the next one.